I'm Mai. Welcome back to Mai-AsianWorld. What if an album was not just a collection of songs, but a complete story about what it means to love, to lose, to remember, and finally, to leave something behind that transcends time? The album The Legacy by Forestella is not just music. It is a narrative construction that follows the full cycle of human experience, from idealized love to emotional collapse, to memory, and finally to something eternal, a legacy. And it's important to note some of its songs, like Armageddon, have already been analyzed from a broader philosophical perspective. Here, that same material is reinterpreted as part of a deeper emotional journey inside the album itself. It begins with in an ultra vita from the very first moment. This is not a simple love story. It is a promise, an absolute one, a sacred love, almost divine, a love that wants to be eternal, yet already carries a shadow within it. The idea that time can destroy everything. It is perfect but impossible. And immediately after, still here breaks that illusion. We are no longer speaking about love, we are speaking about survival. The narrator awakens, recognizes pain, and begins to transform. What was lost has made them stronger. And here the first major idea of the album is born. Love creates identity, but loss reshapes it. With Nella Not, we enter emotional darkness. Love is no longer present. It is memory. A memory that lives inside the body, inside silence, inside the mind. And no matter how much you try to forget it, it remains. The night becomes a metaphor for a mind trapped inside what no longer exists. Then comes Etude, and here, everything fractures completely. There is no romantic hope left, only emotional distance, disintegration, and the realization that loss is not recent anymore. It is irreversible. Love no longer hurts because it ended. It hurts because it can no longer exist. In and spring, the tone shifts after emotional winter. Spring arrives, not as happiness but as resistance, a fragile will to keep living, despite everything. And that will becomes tangible in flower vase. Love becomes an object, a physical memory, a frozen symbol in time. The flowers that once represented life now only represent what has been lost. Memory is no longer emotion. It becomes materialized nostalgia. In Snow Globe, everything stops. The world becomes a sealed object, beautiful but unreachable. The past can be observed but never touched again, and this is acceptance. Memory is perfect because it can no longer change. Then comes Armageddon, and here one important clarification must be made. As previously analyzed in a separate video, Armageddon can be interpreted as a philosophical vision of cyclical human collapse, where destruction is not a single event, but a repeating pattern across humanity. However, within the context of this album, that same idea takes on a different function. Here, Armageddon represents the emotional climax of the journey, the moment where love, loss, and memory collapse into a single point of destruction. It does not lose its philosophical meaning, but it becomes part of a larger emotional structure, the breaking point of the album. And finally, the album closes with the show must go on. After chaos, after loss, after destruction, only one thing remains: to continue, not because pain disappears, but because existence demands it. The makeup may fall, the heart may break, but the performance continues. The show must go on. Art must continue. Life must continue. What the legacy does is not simply tell a love story. It builds a complete cycle of human experience. Love as ideal, loss as rupture, memory as imprint, resistance as survival, destruction as transformation, and art as continuity. And this journey is not random. The author of the songs constructs a deliberate emotional progression, almost theatrical in structure. Even more, the use of multiple languages, Italian, French, Korean, English, reinforces a final truth: this is not an individual story. It is a universal experience. Forestella did not create an album. They created a complete emotional cycle where every ending is not the end of the story, but the beginning of its transformation into a legacy.